I've always been a big advocate of using flavours in my match fishing. I think it works terrifically at the right time. Don't always use flavours, but there are times when I think you really need them. But when a product comes along that not only gives you flavour, but it gives you something to help with your consistency in your mixtures, then I think it's really, really important to take notice. Lots of micro pellets vary. Fishery pellets, even manufacturers' pellets vary at time depending on the batches that come through the factories. So you can't guarantee, especially when you go to a fishery and buy the pellets, you can't guarantee they're going to be the texture that you need them when you put them in water. One of the things I use these days, which is absolutely brilliant, is the sticky syrups from Mainline. These do genuinely work. They stick your pellets up, and that's really important. There's lots of different flavours, you know, covering basically the pepper tuna is one of my all-time favourites I use in winter. You've got the cell, which is a favourite amongst so many carp anglers and match anglers. This is a fish catching, a carp catching smell and taste that they obviously love. That's great in summer, it's sweet. And the strawberry itself, that's another good one, sweet one. Really good in summer for me. So the two for summer are cell and strawberry. But just one a quick mention that I don't necessarily use in my pellets a lot, although it is very sweet, I'm sure it will work. I use this a lot to mix on my ground baits when I'm fishing for bream with ground bait feeders. It's really good, so you get a really good fish meal mix like sweet marine. If you just want to sweeten it up a little bit more, I add this to the water, which really helps. So you add it to a small amount of water, put that into your ground bait and then drill it up. Just gives you that sweetness and a little bit of stickiness, so be careful, but it's worth putting in. These ones themselves, basically, when you've got some pellets that don't necessarily squeeze together properly, you want them to bind properly around that method feeder, and you want them to basically dissolve almost instantly as it hits the bottom and start working for you. It's no good having a wafter trapped in there if the fish can't get to it. But what this sticky stuff does, basically the sticky molasses, just put a little bit on it. You don't need to put much on. You can do it, it's like do it to taste, but don't literally taste it. You mix it up, it takes a minute or so for the reaction to happen, but just mix it all in, let it soak in. Bear in mind it does actually go into the micro pellets themselves, and then you start to get that really good consistency where you can put that onto a feeder and it'll stay on there, yet the sugary mix will dissolve down very, very quickly in water. If it's not sticky enough, just add a bit more. Just keep adding little and often. So you can find a mix that works for you perfectly well with the right flavour that suits your fishing, but these are all fish catching flavours and they help the pellets stay on the feeder to get to the bottom and then they come off.